like all of us here today. Our next speaker is a very special person indeed. Although she needs little introduction, I'm going to give it a go. Hard to know where to start, really. But she was a Conservative MP for 23 years.
Let me finish this sentence, Adam, then over here. There's a growing disengagement between the people and Parliament. But what I want is an overwhelming Brexit victory on May the 23rd. That's what I want.
We said we wanted to leave, and lo and behold, both major parties at Westminster stood on a manifesto saying that they would implement the will of the people. And have they been implementing it? They have actually spent the best part of 3 years asking the EU for their gracious permission to leave. We don't need their permission to leave. We tell them we're going, and if they don't understand it, we can talk to Juncker in a language which he does understand, and we can say, nous allons, monsieur. And that is what we can do. But we can only do it if the way that politics is conducted in this country at the moment changes, and changes for good. So our mission in these European elections is a very, very simple one. We have to reaffirm the vote of the British people, and we have to send shockwaves through Westminster, which tells them that if they don't listen and if they don't deliver, then come a general election, they may Richard told you there used to be a did I? Indeed, it is only 7 days since I stood in a Norwegian fjord. Well, I was on dry land, I wasn't actually in since I stood in Norway and looked around and pulled out my mobile phone and called Nigel Farage. And when I arrived back in Poole, I was met by a member of the Brexit Party who said, "Come and sign your nomination papers." One month ago even, I would have found it difficult to contemplate leaving a party which I served for 55 years. Is no longer serving you. He has set out quite deliberately to thwart the express will of the British people and to keep us half in and half out, which is not what we voted for. We voted to leave, and by leave we meant leave. We meant that we don't want to accept their laws any longer. We don't want to accept their border dictation any longer. That is why we voted to leave. We want to be free to do our own trade deals without asking for their permission. We are a free, sovereign state. And if we do not free ourselves, then we betray the legacy of 2 generations ago. Heavens above, if we'd been governed by this lot, we'd have given up at Dunkirk. Of a bit of difficulty because we know the future is bright, and we owe it to generations to come that they should be born and thrive in a free, self-governing country. And none of us here should rest until the government, and for that matter the opposition, finally recognise what the people wanted, and above all, recognise their duty to deliver it rather than frustrate it. That's why I have joined the Brexit Party. Optimistic, because I can remember a time when people said there will never be an in-out referendum. Well, there was, not least thanks to the work of Nigel Farage. And then people said you'll never win that referendum, and Project Fear went into overdrive, and our lords and masters tried to terrify us into remaining subject to the EU, and we told them where to get off. Now we're going to leave, and the simple choice facing our politicians at Westminster is either face that very simple fact and leave, or we'll make you leave.